We, the students from Kasturba Gandhi Degree and PG College for Women from the Department of Microbiology, are going to present you all a documentary film on pioneers in microbiology on the occasion of International Microorganisms Day, which is celebrated on 17th September. This film is going to show you all the contributions of scientists towards the field of microbiology. So let us begin the film. Robert Koch, founder of modern bacteriology. He was a German physician and microbiologist. He was born on 11th December 1843 in Germany. He identified specific causative agents of tuberculosis, cholera, and anthrax, and he also gave experimental support for the concept of infectious diseases. Koch created and improved laboratory techniques in the field of microbiology and made key discoveries in public health. His research led to the creation of Koch postulates, a series of 4 generalized principles. Robert Koch died on 27 May 1910. The Robert Koch Institution is a research institution which is responsible for disease control and prevention. It was named for its founding director, Robert Koch. Louis Pasteur, the father of microbiology. Louis Pasteur was a French biologist, microbiologist, and a chemist renowned for his discoveries of vaccination, fermentation, and pasteurization. He is remembered for his remarkable breakthroughs in the causes and prevention of diseases. He created first vaccine for rabies and anthrax. He was born on 27th December 1822 in France. He is best known to the general public for his invention of the technologies of treating milk and wine to stop bacterial contamination by a process called pasteurization. He is regarded as one of the 3 main founders of bacteriology together with Ferdinand and Robert Koch. He was the director of Pasteur Institute established in 1887 and he died on September 28, 1895. Antony Philips van Leeuwenhoek, the scientist in the golden age of Dutch science and technologies, was one of the first microscopists and microbiologists, which is best known for his pioneering work in microscopy in the field of microbiology as a scientific discipline. He was born on 24th October 1632 in Dutch Republic. In 1670s, he started to explore microbial life with his microscope, which was one of the notable discoveries in the golden age of Dutch. Using a single-lensed microscopes of his own designs, he was the one who identified animalcules, which are now known as unicellular and multicellular organisms. His experiments were ingenious and he was the scientist of highest caliber. He died on 26th August 1723. One of his main discoveries were bacteria, vacuole of the cell, spermatozoa, and banded pattern of muscular fibers, which were clearly observed under his own microscope. The Antony van Leeuwenhoek Hospital, named after the Leeuwenhoek, he specialized in oncology, which stood as the memorial of Antony van Leeuwenhoek.
One sometimes finds what one is not looking for. Sir Alexander Fleming was born on 6th August 1881 in Lockfield Farm near Darwell, Scotland. In 1908, he gained a BSc degree with gold medal in bacteriology and became a lecturer at St. Mary's until 1914. He was a Scottish physician and microbiologist. In 1918, he returned to St. Mary's Hospital where he was elected as a professor. During World War I, Fleming served in the Royal Army Medical Corps as a bacteriologist. He discovered the antiseptics commonly used at that time were doing more harm than good. After this, he started researching on antiseptics. In between his research work, he took a break from work and went on a holiday with his family. Before leaving, he had been studying Staphylococcus, the germ that causes septic infection. On his return, he noticed that one of the petri dishes had been contaminated with a kind of blue-green mold. From there, he discovered mold penicillium, which produced the first antibiotic penicillin in September 1928. He has won Nobel Prize in Physiology and a John Scott Legacy Medal and Premium. He died in 1955.
Edward Jenner. Sir Edward Anthony Jenner was born on 17th May 1749 in Berkeley, Gloucestershire, England, Great Britain. He was born to Reverend Stephen Jenner and Sarah Jenner. He was an English physician and scientist. Edward Jenner is also known as the father of immunology, and his work is said to have saved more lives than the work of any other human. He pioneered the concept of vaccination, including creating the smallpox vaccine, the world's first vaccine. He described the protective effect of cowpox against smallpox. On 14th May 1796, Jenner tested his hypothesis by inoculating James Phipps, an 8-year-old boy. He scraped pus from cowpox blisters on hands of a milkmaid who had caught cowpox and inoculated this to Phipps. Phipps fell ill with a mild case of cowpox. Jenner collected scabs from a smallpox patient and inoculated Phipps with this. The boy showed no sign of infection and was immune to smallpox. Jenner's publications include an inquiry into the causes and effects of the Virole vaccine, vaccination against smallpox. Edward Jenner was awarded Honorary Fellow of the Royal Society of Medicine in 1789. Edward Jenner died at age of 73 on 26th January 1823 with a stroke.
Frederick Griffith. Frederick Griffith was born on 1877 in Prescott, Merseyside, England. He was a British bacteriologist whose focus was the epidermology and pathology of bacterial pneumoniae. Frederick Griffith's experiment is based on bacterial transformation. In 1928, Frederick Griffith, in a series of experiments with Streptococcus pneumoniae, witnessed a miraculous transformation in the bacteria. When Streptococcus pneumoniae bacteria are grown on a culture plate, some produce smooth shiny colonies, while others produce rough colonies. This is because the S strain bacteria have a polysaccharide capsule, while R strain does not. He took both the strains, that is S strain and R strain. First he took S strain, injected into mice, mice died. Then he took R strain, injected into mice, mice was alive. Griffith was able to kill bacteria by heating them. He observed that the heat killed S strain bacteria injected into mice did not kill them. When he injected a mixture of heat kill S and live R bacteria, the mice died. Moreover, he recovered living S bacteria from the dead mice. He concluded that the R strain bacteria had somehow been transformed by the heat kill S strain bacteria. Some transforming principle transferred from the heat kill S strain had enabled the R strain to synthesize a smooth polysaccharide coat and became virulent. This must be due to the transfer of the genetic material. Frederick Griffith died in 1941.
Dmitry Iosifovich Ivanovsky was a Russian botanist, the discoverer of virus and one of the founder of virology. Ivanovsky is one of the biologists usually credited with discovering viruses. In 1890, he was trying to find the cause of tobacco mosaic disease, an infection that causes tobacco leaves to discolor. From affected leaf, he prepared a solution containing the infectious agent and he passed it through a new kind of filter known as Chamberlain filter made of porcelain, which has pores so small it can filter out bacteria. Ivanovsky found that after passage through the filter, the solution was still full capable of infecting more tobacco plants, meaning the agent was much smaller than a bacterium. He published his result in 1892 and moved on to other work. The experiment he did is ground up disease leaf
To call Dr. Robert Hooke a genius is too small a word to describe such a man. Robert Hooke was born on Isle on Wight on 28 July 1635. As a child, he was sickly, which kept him away from school for long periods. Robert loved to draw, and from his sick bed armed with a drawing pad and pencil, his imagination was let loose. His time away from school was well spent, and he began to draw incredible detailed diagrams. Robert's father died in 1648. At 18, he became a student at Christ Church College. He focused his attention on science, built telescopes, and observed the orbit of Mars and the gas giant Jupiter. He studied fossils and began delving into the world of evolution. Not satisfied with the instruments of that time, Robert went on to invent the modern microscope. He built telescopes. Hooke was an astronomer, but at some point decided to turn his attention to our own world, in particular our invisible world.
Fanny Hesse is best known for her work in microbiology. Alongside her husband Walter Hesse, together they were instrumental in developing agar as a medium for culturing microorganisms. After trying broths, potatoes and gelatin, Fanny was the one that finally came up with the answer to the problem of obtaining pure cultures. All this changed in 1881 when Walter Hesse and his wife Fanny joined Koch lab in Germany. Fanny Hesse, a German-American born in New York City, Walter was studying airborne microorganisms and Fanny assisted him in the lab where she drew beautiful illustrations of what they saw in the microscope.
Sir Hans Christian Gram has developed the popular technique of Gram staining. He studied in the University of Copenhagen. He worked as an assistant in botany and zoology under Professor Sir Japetus Steenstrup. His work with plants led him to use the microscope and fundamentals of pharmacology. The Gram staining technique is one of the first techniques used while trying to identify unknown species of bacteria. For the Gram staining procedure, take a clean glass slide and prepare a smear of bacteria on the slide with water and bacteria with inoculating glue. Now air dry or heat fix the smear over the flame. Apply 2 drops of crystal violet stain on the smear and keep it for 1 to 2 minutes. Rinse the slide in distilled water and apply a few drops of Gram's iodine on the slide and keep it for 1 minute. Now rinse the slide in distilled water again. Wash the slide in 70% ethyl alcohol for 10 to 20 seconds. Flood the smear with safranin. Wash it with water and examine it in oil immersion under microscope. If the bacteria retain dark violet or purple color, it is Gram-positive bacteria. If the bacteria loses the strain, it is Gram-negative bacteria. Sir Hans Hende's technique got international recognition and are used worldwide even today. He was one of the first to observe macrocytes or characteristics of RBC in pernicious anemia. He passed away on November 14, 1938, that is in the early 20th century.
Then comes our next microscientist. Rebecca Lansfield was a prominent microbiologist and was born on 5th January 1895 in New York, United States. As a girl, she faced many challenges in her life after her father's death. She graduated from Wellesley College in 1916 with zoology degree. Madame Lansfield obtained her PhD from Columbia University in immunology and bacteriology. Then she became an assistant at Rockefeller Institute. She created the systems for classification of dozens of bacteria that are still in use today. Dr. Rabika was interested in study of streptococcal bacteria during World War I, as many soldiers and civilians were affected with the disease, such as scarlet fever, sore throat, etc. She also worked as a technical assistant in genetics at Thomas Hans Morgan's laboratory. She proved many scientists wrong who thought that a specific group of streptococci will responsible for rheumatic fever. She collected almost 6,000 or more strains of bacteria over her life at Rockefeller University. She is famous for classification now known as Lancefield grouping. It is a method of grouping bacteria based on carbohydrate composition of bacterial antigens found on their cell wall. Lancefield grouping is a serological method for classifying streptococci into one of 20 groups based on the presence of polysaccharides and decoic acid antigens in the bacterial cell. The technique is now performed using commercial latex agglutination test kits which allow rapid detection of clinically important streptococcal groups. She died on 3rd March 1981 at New York, United States.
Next on the list comes an Indian woman scientist, Dr. Usha Vijayaraghavan. Dr. Usha Vijayaraghavan was born in 1961. She is currently the faculty of Department of Microbiology and Cell Biology in Indian Institute of Sciences, Bangalore. She is known for her molecular genetics and plant development. Dr. Usha Vijayaraghavan obtained BSc from Delhi University and MSc from Postgraduate Institute of Medical Education and Research, Chandigarh. One of the Vijayaraghavan's research aims to study the genes that control flowering and plant morphology. She did her doctoral studies on yeast molecular genetics at California Institute of Technology with Professor J. Abelson. Later, she also worked on plant genetics as postdoctoral studies with Professor E. Meyerowitz, where she began her research on genes that regulate flowering in Arabidopsis thaliana. She also received many awards.
Maurice Hellman was born on 30th August 1919 at Mountain. He was an American microbiologist. He graduated in 1941 from Montana State University. He received a fellowship for his doctorate degree in microbiology from University of Chicago. His doctorate thesis showed that chlamydial infections was caused by a bacterium, Chlamydia trachomatis. He joined Squibb and Sons and developed a vaccine against Japanese bee encephalitis, a disease that threatened American troops during World War II. Hellman discovered genetic changes in mutated influenza virus, that is Shift and Drift. He specialized in vaccinology and developed over 40 vaccines. Some of the vaccines he developed include measles, mumps, hepatitis A, hepatitis B, chickenpox, meningitis, Haemophilus influenza are routinely recommended in correct vaccine schedule. He is credited with saving more lives than any other medical scientist of 20th century. He was an elected member of National Academy of Science Institute of Medicine, American Academy of Arts and Sciences and American Philosophical Society. In 1988, President Ronald Reagan presented him the National Medal of Sciences. He also received Robert Koch Prize in 1989 and he died on 11th April 2005. Thomas D. Brock was born on 10 September 1926 Devon. He studied BSc in 1949, MSc in 1950 and PhD in 1952 from Ohio State University. He worked as a research microbiologist in 1952 to 1959. He worked as an assistant professor in Western Reserve University. In 1962-1961, he worked as assistant professor bacteriology in Indian University. During 1965 to 1971, he worked as professor in microbiology. He was the honorary member of American Society for Microbiology. He received many national awards. He is known for his research in mycology, mode of action of antibiotics, yeast physiology and genetics. Esther Riederberg, she was born on 18 December 1922 in New York, United States. Esther was a major pioneer of bacterial genetics. She discovered the lambda phage, a bacterial virus that infects E. coli, in 1951. It is widely used as a tool to study gene regulation and genetic recombination. She also invented the replica plating techniques, which is used to isolate and analyze bacterial mutants and track antibiotic resistance. In 1958, Lederberg received half of the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for his discoveries concerning genetic material of bacteria. In 1944, Esther was hired as a research assistant to the genetists George W. Beadle and Edward Thalem at Stanford University. Her work with them greatly assisted their winning of the Nobel Prize in 1958 for discovering the role of genes in cells. During 1941 to 1942, she introduced to the mole Neurospora by Bernard, a plant pathologist at New York. She continued her research with Neurospora for many years, and she died on 11th November.
Joseph Lister, father of antiseptic surgery. Sir Joseph Lister, Baronet, was born on April 5, 1827 in England. His father was Joseph Jackson Lister and his mother was Isabel Harris. Lister is a British surgeon and a medical scientist. He is a pioneer in preventive medicine and founder of antiseptic medicine. Lister's education. Lister did formal schooling at Quaker Institutions, England. Lister, after his schooling, decided for surgical career and he enrolled in the Faculty of Medical Science in 1848. In 1852, he became Surgeon of Royal College of University, London. He also became a house surgeon at University College Hospital, London. Discovery of antiseptic carbolic acid. In 1861, when Lister was working as a surgeon in Royal Hospital, Glasgow, he observed many people are becoming weak and undergoing death after surgeries due to body response towards infections caused by microbes, sepsis. Lister started working on the antiseptic for protecting body tissues. While working with chemical solutions, he observed that carbolic acid, phenol, has more antiseptic nature than any other chemical solutions. Then, Lister first used 5% carbolic acid to clean wounds. It took few weeks for the wounds to get healed without any gangrene, dead tissue. Later, Lister used carbolic acid to clean hands, dressings, and as surgical equipment. This led Lister to introduce sterile surgery. Contributions of Joseph Lister towards microbiology. Lister developed aortic tourniquet. He also developed method of repairing kneecaps with metal wires. He developed mastectomy. He introduced sterile surgery and introduced antiseptic, carbolic acid. Listerine mouthwash was named after him. Awards and honors received by Lister. In 1877, Lister was awarded the Cothenius Medal, Copley Medal. Queen Victoria created Lister as a Baronet of Park Crescent in parish of St. Marylebone. There are 2 stamps issued in September 1965 to honor Lister for his work. Paul Ehrlich, founder of chemotherapy. Paul Ehrlich was born on 14th March 1854. He was a microbe hunter. He was cartooned as Dr. Phantasm. He was the first person to treat diseases with using chemicals, so he became the founder of chemotherapy. Paul's education. He was educated at Gymnasium at Breslau University. In 1878, he obtained the doctorate of medicine. He practiced staining of animal tissues at Strasbourg University. In 1878, he worked as assistant to Professor Frerichs at Berlin Medical Clinic. Discovery. He was the first person to introduce salvarsan as antimicrobial agent for syphilis in Europe in 1909. Ehrlich discovered mast cells through gram staining technique. He found acid-fast nature of tubercle bacilli. He discovered side chain theory of antibody production. Awards received by Paul. Paul received Nobel Prize in 1909 in Physiology or Medicine. He received Cameron Prize of University of Edinburgh. Emil Adolf Behring, Savior of Children. Emil Adolf Behring was born on 15 March 1917 in Hansdorf, Kreis, Rosenberg. He was a German physiologist. In 1890s, most of the children used to die due to diphtheria. So as this bacteria attacks mostly the children, he introduced antitoxin for this diphtheria. Hence he was named widely as Savior of Children. Behring's education. In 1874, he studied medicine at Kaiser Academy in Berlin. There he studied action of iodoform. In 1895, he became professor of hygienics with the Faculty of Medicine at Marburg University. Discovery of diphtheria antitoxin. In 1900, Behring observed many children undergoing death because of diphtheria. Behring got to know that when microbes enter into our body, the human body immune system would fight against the microbes by releasing antibodies in blood. Emil called these antibody proteins as antitoxins. Behring started research for antitoxin of diphtheria. He cultured diphtheria and injected it into a horse body, and then he collected the antitoxin-rich serum from horse body. Through this, Behring introduced blood serum theory. Later, he announced the discovery of antitoxin of diphtheria and tetanus in 1890. Awards received by Behring. Behring received Nobel Prize for his work on diphtheria antitoxin in 1901. He also received Cameron Award for Therapeutics in 1894.
Alice Catherine Evans was a pioneering American microbiologist. She became the researcher at the U.S. Department of Agriculture. There she investigated bacteriology in milk and cheese. She later demonstrated that Bacillus abortus caused the disease brucellosis, undulant fever or Malta fever in both cattle and humans. Alice Catherine, born on a farm on Neath, Pennsylvania, she attended a one-room schoolhouse in Neath where she earned outstanding grades. She earned a BS in bacteriology from Cornell University in 1909 and was the first woman to receive bacteriology scholarship from the University of Wisconsin-Madison, where she earned her MS following year. Evans was offered a federal position at the Dairy Division of the Bureau of Animal Industry at the United States Department of Agriculture. She worked on the refining the process of manufacturing cheese and butter for improved flavor and investigating the sources of bacterial contamination in milk products. Alice became interested in the disease brucellosis and its relationship to fresh unpasteurized milk. Alice's investigation focused on organism Bacillus abortus known to cause miscarriages in animals. The reports hypothesized that since the bacteria was found in cow's milk, a threat to human health was likely. She reported her findings to the Society of American Bacteriology in 1917 and published her work in Journal of Infectious Disease in 1918. Her immense work made her to receive awards and honors and became the first member of American Society for Microbiology in 1975. Ananda Mohan Chakrabarty was a distinguished university professor in the Department of Microbiology and Immunology in the University of Illinois at Chicago. He was an Indian-American microbiologist, scientist and researcher, most notable for his work in directed evolution and his role in developing a genetically engineered organism using plasmid transfer. Professor Chakrabarty genetically engineered a new species, Pseudomonas bacteria, the oil-eating bacteria, in 1971, while working for the Research and Development Center at General Electric Company in New York. At the time, 4 unknown species of oil metabolizing bacteria were known to exist, but when introduced into an oil spill, they competed with each other, limiting the amount of crude oil that they degraded. The genes necessary to degrade oil were carried on plasmids by irradiating the transport organism with UV light. After plasmid transfer, Professor Chakrabarty discovered a method of genetic cross-linking that fixed all 4 plasmid genes in place and produced a new stable bacteria species now called Pseudomonas butida, capable of consuming oil 1 or 2 orders of magnitude faster than the previous 4 strains of oil-eating microbes. The new microbes, which Chakrabarty called multiplasmid hydrocarbon degrading Pseudomonas, could digest about 2/3 of the hydrocarbons that could be found in typical of oil spills. His lab worked on elucidating the role of bacterial cuprodoxins and cytochromes in cancer regression. He expanded his lab's work to include multiple microbiological species including Neisseria, Plasmodia, Acidotheobacillus and peroxidants. In 2001, Professor Chakrabarty founded a company, CDG Therapeutics, which holds priority information related to 5 patents generated by his work at the University of Illinois at Chicago. In 2008, Professor Chakrabarty co-founded a second biopharmaceutical discovery company, Amrita Therapeutics in Gujarat, to develop therapies, vaccines, and diagnostics effective against cancers and other major health threats derived from bacterial products found in the human body. For his work in genetic engineering technology, he was awarded the Civilian Padma Shri by the Government of India in 2007.
Martin William Bejonik was born on 16th March in the year of 1851 in Netherlands. He was a Dutch microbiologist and botanist who was one of the founders of virology and environmental microbiology. He was awarded with Leeuwenhoek Medal in the year of 1905. The Laboratory of Microbiology in Delft, where William worked from 1897 to 1921. He is known for the conceptual discovery of virus in tobacco mosaic plants, and he discovered new types of bacteria from soil and described biological nitrogen fixation, that is, the conversion of nitrogen gas into ammonia. On working of tobacco mosaic plants, he independently replicated Ivanovsky experiment. He carried out a series of experiments that showed the infectious agent could replicate only within the host. He proposed that the pathogen was something even smaller than bacteria. The tiny particles in the substance caused the disease are in liquid nature, and he called him as a contagium vivum fluid, and later he coined the name virus is an infectious agent that replicates only in the host.
On the behalf of Kasturba Gandhi Degree and PG College for Women from the Department of Microbiology, we wish all of you a very happy International Microorganisms Day. Thank you.